Yes, people, what's happening? Nice one for coming back to the Fuse UK. It's much appreciated as always. Special guest on tonight. It doesn't matter. Any man, any weight, any form. You all know what it is. Mr. Robbie Brown, what's happening, bro? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
All well, mate. All well. What's been happening?
Just working, training. That's it.
You're over in France now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm here now. Back shift.
Yeah, custy. I was wondering, mate, if we could start this podcast by going back to you growing up in Hartlepool and what type of lad you were. Were you like one of the boys for always getting into fights and that, or were you a quiet kid?
Yeah, I was, but I wasn't like a tough kid. I was just cheeky, like a cheeky
Yeah.
little kid that used to run my mouth. I used to always get knocked. I was never hard. I used to just take a good beating. It's probably helped me out, today because I'm used to it now.
Yeah. What was the first combat sport you got into, and what made you go to it?
Boxing when I was about 13 or 14. I started off boxing. Found out there was a kickboxing club close by. So I went and done a bit of kickboxing, and then I done MMA there as well. Started doing MMA, but it got to the point where I was the oldest there. There was just kids. Everyone moved on with their life, and I still wanted to fight. So I was just teaching kids, and I was still trying to have a fight. I was still trying to fight while teaching.
Yeah.
So I wasn't learning anything. So then I moved over to TFT a couple of years back, and obviously MMA since.
Yeah, because when you done the left way fights and that, were they in between MMA, or had you stopped MMA and went on to left way and the bare knuckle and that?
No, the left way was between amateur and pro. The reason that fight happened is that lad was at my old gym, and he gave me grief on the internet. So we were going to fight, but he didn't want to have a fight outside. He just wanted to fight on a show. So we got Bakewell to put it on his show.
That kid was heavier than you as well, wasn't he?
About 90 kilo he was, yeah.
Mental. Do you ever fight anyone your own weight?
In MMA, yeah.
And when did the shout come for you going on that King of the Streets? What was the crack there?
Well, I was working out in Finland, and then Liam's video of him booting that kid in the head, that went viral, and everyone was like, "Oh, would you do this?" And I was like, "Well, yeah." So I messaged them, and they just didn't get back to us for months and months and months, and then all of a sudden he had an opponent for me, and was like, "Yeah, do you want to fight this kid, 64 kilo?" I was like, "Yeah." Flew over, had a fight with him.
What was that like, the whole setup and the situation of it over there? Because it is ruthless, mate, and that King of the Streets. It's not like there's a load of security there. Like, I know the lads will look after you in the organisation and that, but it is ruthless, isn't it, mate? Was it different nerves and everything with that fight?
No, I've been less nervous for these fights than I have any other fights. My friends and lads from the gym just think it's because there's no pressure on. Less pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah, the experience was crazy because you didn't know what you were getting yourself into.
Yeah. And who did you go over there with?
Just one of my pals.
Just you and your mate?
Yeah, I just went over. Because at the time I wasn't training, I just got a new job, and but obviously I still wanted to fight, and working away you don't really get to train.
Yeah, it must be hard, like working away, and then because the fights that you've had recently, you haven't even been training, have you? You've just been turning up and having a scrap.
Yeah, turning up having a scrap. This is my last week working away, home for good. So back in the gym training.
Yeah, and we'll talk about a little bit on the fight that you just had recently, and obviously it's blew up now, hasn't it? You've had the likes of Joe Rogan and that messaging you. What's it felt like? It must be a good feeling.
Yeah, it's just gone crazy. There's more like positive comments than negative comments, so it is good. But you can't win with the internet. You're always going to have them people that want to shoot you down and calling you, and it tends to be the guys without a profile picture. But apart from that, it's been really good. I've got loads of sponsors for this fight on BKFC. 29 sponsors I've got now, which is like ridiculous. You know, I was struggling to get one or two before.
Yeah, it's crazy, like, man, it's mint though. You deserve it, mate. You deserve it. So talking about that, what you've just dropped there, obviously, you've signed with the BKFC now, yeah, and that's the path that you're going to be taking. And you were meant to be fighting Andy Walsh, but what happened there?
I think he's a bit of a journeyman, isn't he? He fights every week, so he's just had a fight that he probably's got paid a couple of $100 for, and he ended up getting beat. He had a cut on his eye, damage on the other side. He got stopped pretty quickly. So obviously BKFC had to do the right thing and pull him out of the fight, so he didn't get seriously in the fight.
Yeah, but there's a new opponent now, mate. A lot of people are wanting to know what is you're fighting.
Yeah.
Do you want to tell us who it is?
Ben Hatchett.
So it's all signed now, isn't it?
Yeah, he's signed today. I've spoken with him today. He's really, do you know what, right? He is a nice kid. He is nice. You know, I do respect him, but I am going to knock him clean out, like.
Yeah, because haven't you two, like, I know he's a sound and that, and there's no, like, hate between you, but you've had a bit of a back and forth before, haven't you?
Yeah. I just commented on one of his posts saying, like, me and you, I think me and you would be a great fight. And then he just, like, kind of ignored me until now, which, do you know what? Everybody wants to fight me now.
Yeah, I've seen a few people calling you out, like.
Yeah, do you know what, right? If I was to fight everybody that called me out on Instagram, I'd be fighting every single day and twice on a Sunday. There's that many. I had one guy who sent me a message request, and it was a video, and I wish I screen recorded it. And he was screaming at me, saying he was going to kill me, and then he just started headbutting his phone. Honestly, man, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it makes you laugh though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
So obviously, with this fight coming up, is this something that you're going to be staying at now? You're going to be staying with the BKFC and start working your way up the rankings and getting these big fights in the bag?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna have a couple of fights. I might even put that kid on that was supposed to fight on my next fight, because he does want to fight me. He sent me loads of voice notes saying that he hopes that, you know, I take him for my next fight, but it's not really up to me. So my plan is to maybe get 4 wins, and then I want Reggie Barnett for the title, if he's still got it.
Yeah, Reggie Barnett, the American.
Yeah. It's I got offered him before, and I said yeah, but I think the American guys already had someone for him. So I seen the post, you know, when I was waiting for a yes or a no. They just asked if I'd be up for it. But yeah, I definitely think he's very beatable. And I see John Dodson flyweight as well. What's flyweight in BKFC? Is that 62? 61?
I think it's 59, isn't it?
Is it?
It might be a little bit heavier, but I know it's light as they haven't got that many fighters in the division, have they?
No. So a couple of wins, and I could be fighting him. And you know, I've been a fan of him for a very long time. Do you know, he's fought Demetrius Johnson. Do you know, he's fought everybody in the UFC.
Fought for the world title, didn't he?
Yeah, he fought Demetrius Johnson. Well, he's fought him twice. He fought Demetrius Johnson twice. I mean, everybody knows who he is. He's amazing. Yeah. So just to be able to share the ring with him, that would be a dream come true as well.
Yes. I remember when you were meant to be fighting Reggie Barnett. Before it was near about the time you were going to be on the Bat of the Bone show as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember when your name got mentioned about it. That'd have been mad. That BKFC debut against Reggie Barnett for the title.
I know. I would have done it though. Now, you know, I would have turned up and fought him. I can guarantee, you know, he wouldn't have stopped me, and it would have been a really good fight.
So what weight? Because this fight you're having with Ben, what weight's this going to be at? Is this the weight that you were going to be staying at? 'Cause I know you fight lighter, don't you?
Yeah, I fight lighter, but there's not many options. Do you know, I have no choice but to go heavier. So this is going to be at 65, but I walk about just below that anyway. Do you know, right. when I go to 66, 67, that's when I'm unhealthy. So ideally, I want to be fighting between 56 and 62, ideally.
Yeah, you need to be comfortable what you're fighting at, like, don't you? And it's it's probably a lot of weight off your shoulders fighting people, you know, on weight. Do you know what I mean? You've been taking every shot off like heavyweights and that. It should be like a lot easier. I know it's not good experience to have, but it is good experience to have. Do you get me?
They're like a confidence thing. If an heavyweight can't put me away, then I've got the confidence that, you know, a lighter guy can't.
Yeah, that's what I mean, mate. But
that's my aim. Like the two names now, but you know, you've got to have a goal, haven't you? Where do you want to be? Where do you want to be this time next year? You know, I want 3 wins and I want to fight one of them too.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And like you say, it's not like boxing where you have to have 30 fights or something before you fight for a title, because the divisions are that small at the minute. A couple of fights, a couple of wins in a row, and you're right up there, aren't you?
Yeah, definitely.
But before, I don't know if you've got a list on your out, but before we get into the sponsors and shout outs that you want to give out, is there anything else that you want to share with us, bro? Where people can find you on social media and things?
Instagram, Robbie Brown 95. That's the main one that I post on. So all training content, all fight news, be mainly on there. Facebook's more personal, you know. I do share fight stuff on there, but I won't accept friend requests or anything like that on there.
Yeah.
I don't really have a Twitter. I should make one. And as far as the sponsors are aware, there's 29 of them. You know, I couldn't read them all out unless I did have a list. But I am going to start sharing their content over Facebook and Instagram over the next couple of days. And I just want to say a massive thank you to every single one of them, because they've really helped me out.
Yeah, sweet. If you can send me a list after on WhatsApp or something after this, and I'll just put it in the description of the video or something.
Yeah, that'll be perfect, mate. Thanks very much.
Not a problem. But I know you'll be home soon, mate, and we'll catch up and do some more things near the event, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna be home Saturday morning, so we'll have a catch up.
Yeah, cushy, mate. I know you're at work now, and nice one for giving us your time, bro. But enjoy the rest of your shift, and I'll speak to you very soon, yeah?
Yeah, speak to you soon, mate.
Speak soon, bro. Ta-ra.
Right.
Yes, people, I'm going to put all Robbie's social medias and things in the description, so make sure you head over there and get following him. Checking some of these comments out here. Ben Hatchett is fighting. BKFC debut against Ben Hatchett at Newcastle. But yeah, nice one, people. I'm going to close this off now, so this podcast finished. But really appreciate everybody who's tuning in now. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that now. Good night. God bless. Yes, Lanzi. Shout Dangerous Darren as well, always in the comments. Raymond Pennyboy, Slim Reaper, Mr. Strong, Raymond Pennyboy, Have a Laugh, Chaplin, Charles Lee Ray, Jamie McLaughlin, Silly Sausage, Lanzi, J Mac, Joe Oggy, Marla Dodds, Mike Rockburns. Who else? Ross from In the Red Corner podcast. Hope you're well, my man. Who else have we got? Who I haven't mentioned? Robbie Stockburn, big up brother. But yeah, nice one, everybody.